Do you know what's coming now that the weather is turning colder? You're right if you said the cold and flu season. I know you're thinking, oh no, my kids are going to be sick all the time and it will pass from around the family from one to the next until we've all been sick. I'm going to help you by giving you some information on how these little cold and flu bugs are spread and how to use proper etiquette to prevent them from spreading through the family, and a few tips to help you make it through your day if you do happen to get sick. Knowing how the cold and flu viruses are spread will help you be aware if you're at risk of getting the virus. Cold and flu viruses spread through the air anytime an infected person coughs or sneezes. These viruses expel several feet out from this person. Cold and flu viruses can live on anything an infected person touches, including door handles, towels, silverware, and even the telephone. This is something to be aware of when you have a sick child home touching everything. Even though the cold and flu virus can be easily spread, there are easy ways to help prevent the spread of these viruses if proper cold and flu etiquette is used. One of the easiest ways to help prevent the flu is to get a flu vaccination. This way you won't get it and you won't be able to spread it to others. Even though there is still a chance to get the flu after having a flu vaccination, it's one of the best ways to help prevent it according to the CDC. The CDC also says another way to help prevent the spread of viruses is to avoid contact with infected people or stay at home if you are sick. This is probably one of the hardest things for most of us to do because if you're like me, I don't have any sick leave and need to have my hours at work to pay my bills. If you do have to be at work, the best way to not spread germs is to wash your hands often with soap and water or to use alcohol-based hand sanitizers. You also need to clean and disinfect any objects that you touch. It is also very important that you don't cough or sneeze into your hand, but to use a tissue or your elbow to prevent the spread of these germs. These are just a few ways to help prevent the spread of the cold and flu virus, but if you do end up getting the cold or flu, here are a few tips to help you make it through your day. According to WebMD, drink plenty of fluids throughout the day. This helps keep you hydrated, which in turn helps your immune system fight sicknesses. Water, juice, and broths are the best fluids to drink. Caffeinated drinks are to be avoided at all times. If you have achiness or fever, over-the-counter pain medications can be helpful. They can help lower your fever so you don't feel so miserable. One of the best tips is to stay home and get lots of rest. When sick, your body needs lots of rest and sleep to help fight cold and flu viruses. These tips are just a few ways to help you make it through the day if you do happen to catch the cold or flu bug. But the main goal would be not to get sick at all. Now that the weather is turning colder, knowing how the cold and flu viruses spread and how you can prevent the spread of these viruses will help you make it through the cold and flu season. But if you do end up getting sick, my tips will help you make it through the day. So remember, stop the spread of cold and flu viruses because no one wants to get sick.